Good evening, guys. We'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. Yesterday we did the first page, first two paragraphs, introduction of bookkeeping and meaning and definition of bookkeeping. As I told you, we'll complete this page and I'll try to finish off the full next page also, so that in the next class we can go to accountancy. Again, I repeat, what we are doing right now is basic understanding of the meaning bookkeeping. Okay? Now to take a part. Now before I start today, this session, you will find many things which are repeated what I discussed yesterday. The syllabus is framed in such a way that many points will be repeated again and again. So a good revision, can't help it. It has to go that way only. Okay? Let's see. Features. Now there are 5 features. Let's take one by one. Following are the features of bookkeeping. First, it is the process of recording business transactions. Yesterday we did transaction is what? Dealing between the people. I give you examples. You buy goods, you sell goods, you incur expenses like paying salary, paying rent, paying electricity bill. All these are transactions. Now bookkeeping ka feature is nothing but it is the process of recording the transaction. Yesterday I showed you this book. Assume this is your books of accounts. So whatever transactions you are incurring in your business, whatever transaction you are doing in the business, as soon as the transaction is done, immediately you have to record it in the books of accounts. That is the first feature. It is a process of recording business transaction. Okay, this also we had done yesterday. Second point, again what we discussed yesterday. Monetary transactions are only recorded, that is only those transactions where money or money's worth is involved. I give you example. You go to buy goods. Say for example, you are buying goods of 10,000. You take the goods, you pay 10,000. You paid money. Whether you pay by cash, check, online, it's a different thing, but you have paid money. So I bought goods, I paid money. Money was involved. Money's worth. What I told you, I gave the example of money's worth. आगे जाके भी इसका detailed explanation will come in the 3rd chapter. But as far as today ka thing is concerned, same example of yesterday. Money's worth. I go to buy goods. I bought goods worth 10,000. I did not pay money. The person from whom I bought, I told him I will pay you after 10 days. So today I am not making any payment of money as I'll be paying after 10 days. That is called as credit transaction. Typical Hindi words may we call it as udari. So what happened? I did not pay money, but the goods what I purchased, जो मैंने purchase किया, I know that उसका value is 10,000. I have not paid today, but I will pay after 10 days, and I know the value of that product which I have purchased, it is 10,000. So after 10 days or whenever I make the payment, I have to pay 10,000. This is an example of money's worth. So when I say only money, you can say that way that on the spot, either you are paying money or receiving money. And when I say money's worth, that means the product is valued in terms of money and you may delay the payment. It may not be received today. It may not be paid today. It will be paid at a later stage. So bookkeeping ka one feature is recording transactions which are having money or money's worth. Okay? Next, it is an art of recording business transactions scientifically. When I say scientifically, accounts mein scientifically ka basic meaning means recording it a proper way systematically. I gave you example yesterday. This is books of accounts. Start writing in proper order. Whatever you record in depth. I give you the example. You are selling different types of mobile phones. Whatever is the company what you sold. You've sold 5 mobiles of iPhone, 5 of Samsung. Record one below the other according to the order which you have sold. Record the proper model number. Whatever is the quantity sold, the price at what you sold. Everything has to be recorded in a proper order, in a proper date-wise order. As I told you yesterday, You have to record date wise. What you do today, you have to record today. What you do tomorrow, you will record tomorrow. What you do day after, you have to record day after. So recording in a proper date wise format, recording in depth the transactions what you have done. That is the basic meaning for recording business transactions scientifically. That is nothing but in a proper way, in a systematic way. Next, records are maintained in the given set of accounts. Now you have to maintain the records in the given set of accounts. Same book what I showed you yesterday. Assuming this is the books of accounts. So whatever business transactions you are doing for that particular year has to be recorded in this book of accounts. This is called as your set of accounts. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि you record few transaction here, बाकी का you record somewhere else. No. As far as the same year is concerned, everything has to be recorded in this book of accounts. So this is the given set for the year 2020. So whatever transactions are there related to 2020 have to be recorded in this book of accounts. That is the meaning. It has to be maintained or it has to be recorded in the given set of accounts. Okay? Fifth one. Records are prepared for a specified period, generally a year, but presented for future reference. I told you yesterday, meaning of period. As I told you, period ka definition will keep on varying. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, anything. But what I told you, generally it is a period of 1 year, that is 12 months. I gave you the same example yesterday, again I am repeating the example. This is my book of account for 2020. I record pura accounts of the year 2020 in this. 2020 khatam ho gaya, side pe rakh do. Take another book. This is my books of accounts for 2021. All business transactions relating to 2021, put it in this books of accounts. 2021 is over, keep aside. Take 2022. Keep on doing it that for every year. So that is the point. It is prepared for a specific period, that is 1 year. And the last part is for future reference. Now see, say for example 20 ho gaya, 21 ho gaya, 22 ho gaya. I am in the year 2023, assume it. I am writing accounts for the year 2023. Now, I want to see something which I had done 2-3 years pehle. 2023 I am writing the accounts. Now I want to refer something which I did in 2020. I told you yesterday, what is the main purpose of bookkeeping? As human beings, we cannot remember everything. So now what I'll do, I want to see something related to 3 years before. याद रखना, मैंने सब books of accounts संभाल के रखा है. I have kept records of all my accounts. So what I will do, I will open my cupboard where I have kept my books of accounts, or if it is recorded in computer, I'll open my computer, I'll go to the accounts of 2020 and get the information what I want. So if I want to refer something in past, 2 साल पहले, 3 साल पहले, 5 साल पहले, whatever I have recorded, if I want to refer it, I can easily refer because I maintain the accounts very systematically. So that is another feature. Record it, and whenever you want in future, you can use it as a reference. This was the 5th point. Got it? So these were the features of bookkeeping. If you have listened carefully, you will see most of the things were the same what I discussed yesterday. Even on the next page, it is the same thing what we discussed yesterday. Matlab most of the things are same. Okay? So that was features. Now see the next part. Objectives of bookkeeping. Objective means what is the purpose? What is the purpose of keeping books? What is the purpose of keeping books? In your syllabus, they have mentioned 8 points. Let us take one by one the 8 points. Okay? See, following are the objectives of bookkeeping. First, to have date-wise and account-wise permanent record of all business transactions. Date-wise, already we have discussed 2 to 3 times. Record as and when the transaction keep on occurring. 6th August, you will record on 6th August. 7th का 7th, 8th का 8th. Next point देखो. And account wise permanent record of all the business transactions. Now remember, accountancy and accounts are same, but when I say account, S निकल जाता है. Account has a different meaning. I'll tell you what it is. आगे जाके the 4th chapter in your syllabus you have ledger that is based on account. I'll tell you what it is. Remember yesterday I told you double entry का concept. Goods purchase किया, cash and purchase. This is my cash का page, this is my purchase का page. That is called as account. Account is what? It is a detailed summary of transactions. Detailed summary of transactions related to a particular thing. Related to a particular thing. Example. मैंने goods purchase किया. All purchases I put it on this page. So this is called as purchase account. All purchases on first page, purchase account. All sales on second page, sales account. All data of salary paid on the third page, salary account. All data of cash coming in, cash going out on the fourth page, cash account. I made payment through bank. Whatever money I have received through bank, check, online payment, everything on the 6th page, that is my bank account. So account means nothing but detailed transactions for one particular thing. Iska advanced explanation will come after 2-3 days. I am not going into depth today because unnecessary it will be an excess thing today. When the particular time comes after 3-4 days, I'll explain you exact detail में accounts के दो side होते हैं. Which side is what? I'll tell you that time. But today what you need to know is account means nothing but one particular thing recorded at one separate place or page. Got it ना? Purchase account, sale account, पूरा purchase एक जगह पे, that is purchase account. पूरा sales at one place, that is sales account. पूरा expenses of say salary at one page, it is salary account. So account means detail of a particular transaction recorded at one place. ठीक है? और आगे क्या बोला है? Permanent record. I gave you example 2-3 minutes back. Today is 2020. अगर मुझे 3 साल पहले का को देखना है, I want to see what I have recorded in the year 2018. I will open my cupboard. I'll take out my records of 2018. So if I have maintained the accounts, I can refer the records for past. Okay, next one. Second point. To know the profit earned or lost. Now there's a typing error, just correct it. It is not increase, it is incurred. There's a by mistake typing error. To know the profit earned or loss incurred in the business. Okay? Increase को incurred. Now yesterday I told you, why will a businessman do business? घर चलाना है, wants profit. So every businessman will do business with the aim of earning profit. Now, yesterday I told you that at a particular point you have to keep a break in accounts, say a period of 12 months, that is 1 year. So you will break your accounts at the end of the 12th month, that is a period of 1 year. And you will find out that in that 1 year, how much profit I earned. In that 1 year, how much profit I earned. What you will do? You will take the total of all the incomes. समझो पूरे साल में I made an income of 10 lakhs. मुझे आया 10 lakh rupees. सामने I paid 7 lakh rupees. So what happened? 10 lakh आया, 7 lakh I paid. कितना difference? 3 lakhs. So 3 lakh is my saving. That becomes my profit. This I am explaining just for today only because profit का calculation is also done in a different way that I'll show you later stage पे. But today I am just focusing on the base. I'll repeat again. Total मुझे 10 lakhs आया. I paid 7 lakhs. 3 lakh मेरा बचा. 10 lakh minus 7 lakh. 3 lakh is my surplus, that is my profit. So I can find out the profit if my accounts are systematically maintained. Now the second part, a loss incurred. If you are doing a business, that doesn't mean you are going to make profit only. Sometimes luck doesn't favor, you will go into losses. Now all of you all know, you all are sitting at home and watching. Why? Because there is corona. Otherwise all of you all would have been in the classroom. So everybody's business has been in a very bad shape. All the businessmen are struggling. So you will see in the current year, 80% of the businesses are going to go in losses because people are not coming out, transactions are not happening, money circulation has stopped. So many businesses are going to go into losses. Now nobody is a fool to just start a business to make loss. If you start a business, nahi chala, it's your bad luck, you may go into losses. So even if you're going into losses, you should know how much is the loss what I have incurred. So profit ya loss. I will come to know the exact amount of profit. I will come to know the exact amount of loss if I have maintained my accounts properly. That is another object. Okay? Next. To know the financial position of the business, that is capital invested, asset and liability. Very interesting. To know the financial position. Now when I say financial position, that means as of today, what is my standing in the business? How strong I am financially, that is called as financial position. 3 important factors of financial position: capital, asset and liability. After 3 to 4 days, we will see detailed explanation of what is capital, what is asset, what is liability. You have a big question also of asset ka classification. There are different classification of assets, there are different classification of liability. That we will see when we go to the next part of the chapter. But today I will tell you the basic meaning of all 3 of them. Sabse pehla, capital. What do you mean by capital? See, you all are studying today, okay? After 5 years you will become graduate. Many of you all will go for further studies. Say for example, you become an MBA. Now you start your own business. Now business start karna hai. You need money. कोई भी बिजनेस करो, थोड़ा तो पैसा चाहिए. You just cannot start business without any money. So say for example, you take 10 lakh rupees from your saving. You have your savings, pocket money इतने साल का. You must have part time job किया रहेगा किधर. So you have your money. So say for example, घर पे you have 10 lakh rupees का surplus. Now what will happen? You take out that 10 lakh rupees from your savings and you put that money in your business. That 10 lakh rupee you are withdrawing from your savings and you put it in your business. So what happened? Business में तुम्हारा saving का 10 लाख रुपया आया. That is called as capital. So capital means your own money, your personal money which you had, now that you have brought into the business. That is the meaning of capital. Okay? I repeat, capital is your personal money which you have brought in the business. Same example what I gave you, 10 lakh रुपया है, 10 लाख रुपया घर से निकाला, business में डाल दिया, you put that money in business. So now it is called as capital. So the money with which you start your business, that is called as capital. Okay? Next, asset. Now what is asset? Asset is nothing but it is a particular thing or a property, anything or a property which you use for business purpose. Anything, property, material which you use for business. Now see, you all are listening to my class. This is a blackboard. No, it's a whiteboard. So it's a board. Whether black or white or green ho. Person who is teaching in college, like me teaching in classes, accounts so we cannot teach only without board. So ये board है. मेरे लिए एसेट है. स्टूडेंट्स आर सिटिंग, बेंचेस है, आई हैव टैबलेट चेयर्स, chairs or benches on which students sit. For me, it's an asset. AC is on, it's an asset. तुम्हारे कॉलेज में benches, board, doors, windows, all are asset. कॉलेज का जो बिल्डिंग है, that is कॉलेज का प्रॉपर्टी, asset. कॉलेज में कंपाउंड है, asset. I am using desktop, asset. कॉलेज वाले कंप्यूटर, लैपटॉप यूज कर रहे हैं, asset. ऑफिस में कैलकुलेटर है, एसेट्स. ट्यूबलाइट्स, लाइट फिटिंग्स, फैंस, ऑल दीज आर एसेट्स. फर्नीचर, कबर्ड्स है, डोर्स, फर्नीचर्स, एवरीथिंग इज एन एसेट. सो एसेट इज नथिंग बट एनी प्रॉपर्टी और थिंग विच यू यूज्ड फॉर बिजनेस पर्पस. इवन इफ यू हैव कैश ना, तुम्हारे बिजनेस में कैश बॉक्स है, उसमें 5,000 रुपया पड़ा है, दैट इज ऑल्सो योर एसेट. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज अ थिंग विच यू आर यूजिंग इट इन द बिजनेस. So asset is nothing but a property or a thing which is used by a businessman to conduct business activity. Used by a businessman to conduct business activity. Example I gave you: building, air conditioners, benches, chairs, boards, doors, cupboards, light fittings, fans. All these are your assets. उसका further classification है that I will do after 3-4 days. When the right time comes, we will study in depth what is the classification of asset. ठीक है? Next, liability. Now what do you mean by liability? Liability is nothing but it is an amount which I have to pay to somebody. Say for example, मैंने किसी से पैसा लिया है और I have purchased goods on credit. जो एग्जाम्पल दिया था ना, मनी इज वर्थ 10,000 का गुड्स परचेज किया, मैंने आज पेमेंट नहीं किया, सो आई हैव टू पे. सो व्हेन देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच आई एम सपोज्ड टू पे, व्हेन देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच आई एम सपोज्ड टू पे, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज लायबिलिटी. सो लायबिलिटी मीन्स एन अमाउंट व्हिच आई हैव टू पे टू समबडी. लायबिलिटी मीन्स एन अमाउंट which I have to pay to somebody. मुझे किसी को 10,000 देना है, liability. I have taken a loan from a bank for 5 lakh rupees. आगे जाके मुझे बैंक को 5 lakh पे करना है, liability. So anything which you are supposed to pay, remember ना, पे नहीं किया, पे करना बाकी है, that is called as a liability. अगर मैंने पे कर दिया, it is no longer a liability. So liability means an amount which is payable by the businessman to somebody. So the amount which is payable or due by the businessman to someone else is called as a liability. So capital, your own money brought into the business. Asset, property or things used in business. And liability means amount payable to somebody. So these three figures show you what is your standing in the business, what is your financial position in the business. As I told you, after a few days we will see in depth explanation of capital, asset, liability. Today you all are just supposed to know the basic meaning of capital, asset and liability. Okay, so that was the third feature. Now see the fourth one. To know how much amount is receivable from others or how much amount is payable to others. Similar point. मैंने goods purchase किया, मुझे पैसा देने का बाकी है, that's my liability. Now say for example, I have purchased goods from 50 people during the year. 50 में से 30 का पेमेंट करने का बाकी है. So what will happen? I have recorded each and every transaction. So मेरे पास सब कुछ है. So whenever I want to refer, I open my books of accounts and I refer. मैंने इससे ये दिन पे इतना परचेज किया था, तो I know मुझे उसको कितना पेमेंट करने का बाकी है. So at any given point of time, I can know how much is my money payable to others. When I say payable, at the same time it is receivable. मैंने किसी से परचेज किया, क्यों परचेज किया? It is for business. That stuff I will sell it to somebody. So what I will do? From here I purchase, and after purchasing I sell it to somebody. तो यहाँ पे मुझे पैसा देना है और यहां से मुझे पैसा लेना है। देना है मतलब पेएबल, लेना है मतलब रिसीवेबल। सो इफ आई वांट टू चेक how much is the amount receivable from a particular person, I open my books of accounts and I see किससे कितना लेना है, किसको कितना देना है। So one object of accounting, bookkeeping is I can find out how much I have to recover from somebody and how much I have to pay, because each and every transaction I have recorded systematically, and because I have recorded systematically, I can easily find out what is the amount payable or what is the amount receivable. Okay? Next, fifth, to enable a businessman to compare his current year's progress with the previous year, or to compare other business engaged in similar line. Now listen, comparison. Two things are there. To compare his current year's progress with the previous year. This is my books of accounts. Okay? अभी देखो 2020 का books of accounts चाहिए. I start recording. मेरा 2020 का year खत्म हो गया. I come to know during the year I made a profit of 10 lakh rupees. Now I want to compare. Last year मैंने कितना earn किया था? So what I do? 2020 है. I take out my books of accounts of 2019. I compare कितना प्रॉफिट था मेरा, ओके लास्ट ईयर मेरा 8 लाख था, तो व्हाट आई डिड, मैंने कंपेयर किया, करंट ईयर में 20 लाख आई अर्न, सॉरी 10 lakhs आई अर्न, प्रीवियस ईयर में आई अर्न 8 lakhs. सो आई नो दैट लास्ट ईयर का प्रॉफिट 8 lakhs था, करंट ईयर का 10 lakhs, दैट मीन्स आई हैव अर्न 2 lakhs का प्रॉफिट. सो हाउ कुड आई मैनेज दैट, बिकॉज आई टुक आउट माई प्रीवियस ईयर का अकाउंट्स. And how did I take out my previous year ka account? Because I maintained it systematically. So if I have recorded everything systematically, I have maintained it systematically, I can use it in the future for referring anything. Got it? I can use it in the future for referring anything. That is the thing. And second part, which rarely happens in practical life, you can compare your accounts with your previous year ka accounts. But comparing with somebody else's accounts in detail is not possible, because nobody will give you their books of accounts to you. But you can compare the profitability. You all must be seeing newspapers में या घर में अगर parents have invested in shares, एक report आता है. That report में ना basic summary of accounts is there. That means कितना sell किया, कितना purchase किया, कितना profit earn किया. That you can compare. But nobody will give you your detailed accounts. So this point says that, say for example, you are Samsung company, you are an owner of the Samsung company, you know your company ka profit during the year is say 200 crore rupees, example. Now you check your industry, Samsung ka competitor LG, he will see LG ka accounts, not in-depth account, just summary account, main data, that you can refer. It is available on internet also, Google पे मिल जाएगा. So what they will do, they will compare, they will see what is the difference, they find out the difference and they see, okay, LG is doing better than Samsung, so Samsung will take precautions for the next year, let's do something so that दोनों का profitability match हो जाए. So another object is comparing. Comparing can be two ways. One, your accounts of one year you compare with your accounts of another year. Another thing is your accounting data you compare with some other company ka data but belonging to your industry only. If you are manufacturing mobiles, if you want to compare, you will compare only with that business which is dealing in mobiles. A person who is dealing in mobile, he will not compare with a person who is selling petrol. दोनों का business अलग अलग है. So for comparison, the base also has to be the same. So that was another object, comparison. Sixth one, to know the exact amount of taxes payable to the government. Okay? Now, you all must have heard, you all must have seen the bills also. पता है there is something called as GST. बहुत सुना रहेगा ना GST. What is GST? GST का full form is Goods and Service Tax. Goods and service tax. डिग्री कॉलेज में you will get chapters on GST. Tax करके एक सब्जेक्ट आएगा. Right now, goods and service tax. See, there are different types of taxes. One is GST, that is goods and service tax. Other is income tax. I just focus on these two. Now, income tax is the tax which you pay on the income earned. Income tax, नाम में ही आ गया meaning. Income tax is the tax which you pay on the income earned. Now, what is tax? Tax is nothing but what you pay to the government for benefits taken, or if you are earning something over and above the limit. I'll give you an example. In India, if during the year you all are earning more than 5 lakh rupees, if during the year you all are earning more than 5 lakh rupees, you are supposed to pay income tax. 5 lakh के ऊपर earn कर रहे हो, you are supposed to pay income tax as an individual. So income tax is the tax which you earn or which you pay on the income what you earn. Okay? Now, 5 lakhs के ऊपर tax है. Suppose I have earned 7 lakh rupees. तो 7 lakh rupees earn किया, मुझे कहाँ से पता चला? Account से. मैंने accounts maintain किया है. I have maintained my accounts properly, so I came to know that I have made a profit of 7 lakhs. So now I will pay tax on the amount of 7 lakh rupees. One example, object to know the amount of taxes payable. This was income tax. Second, GST, goods and service tax. Now what happens when you sell goods to somebody? Earlier there